latest song. Japanese denim flying straight from Manapon. Rolling out to Durban, Malva pudding with some prawn. Then I fly out to Miami and I'm eating like a don, huh? I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. I just missed the flight, I'm in Atlanta. I just went to Spain, that's I go to Miami just for dinner. I just missed the flight, I'm in Atlanta. I just went to Spain, that's a biffa. You won't see me in neither. Invited to the function, I don't go.
In the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. The punter, Jake Camarda, ready to get this one going. And we're off and running from Houston. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. First carry now. This is Bashal Tootin. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this, too. Defenses need them sometime as well. Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards. And they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And they were ready for this one. No running room at all. He's taken down behind the line.
Tackles back at the 28-yard line.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Knocked away, that's incomplete. Opening drive has arrived at 4th down. The Texans set to punt. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33. Out of the gun, Howard. Reeled in by George Kittle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here's Howard, 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. And now it's 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
It's again at 27 yards to move the chains. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Ready from the gun. Here's Howard. That's on target. Puka Nacua. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Third and short. Howard. That one's incomplete over the middle. George Kittle, the intended receiver. And 4th and 4 coming up. Katie York now on for the field goal. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. York knocks it through. And that'll mark their first appearance in our scoring summary today.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. Early momentum with that field goal.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Hand off to Tootin. Rolls around and he's got space. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. They've got first down here from the 36. Play action now with Jackson. He finds his running back. This is Bashal Tootin. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Hey, report!
Lamar now from the gun. He's got Emeka Egbuka. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Now here's a spot where the timing's got to be absolutely perfect, Kate, between the quarterback and the receiver. That throw is made before that receiver's ever thinking of coming out of his cut. Too early, it's incomplete. Too late, it's headed the other way.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. It's a handoff to Tootin, running right. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
First down, here's Lamar. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it sets up 2nd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
He was unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Jackson now on 3rd. That's caught for the 1st. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
1st and goal. Here's Tootin. And he's not going to manage managed to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture. And one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4.6. I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Texans take a 4-point lead.
Texans 7, Jaguars 3. Will Reichert.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
1st and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. Shotgun snap here to Howard. To the left side and reeled in by Kittle. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Pickup of 17. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
Howard looking to pass. Chased out to his right. He can run it. And this makes it to around the 43-yard line. Dropped by the first defender taken in this year's NFL draft. That was Abdul Carter. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They've got 2nd and 5. Now Howard to throw. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, discussing them, and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
On first down, Howard. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. And he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
Keeps on moving into the red zone. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. That throw by the rookie out of Ohio State, good for a chunk of yards and a first down.
Jaguars, first down. Let's go. A gain of 26 yards. First down, Jaguars.
Working inside the red zone. Brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on throw, that's a go-to route to target.
They are throwing it again. He will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a second quarter lead. Nico Collins with the touchdown. York tacks on that extra point. And the Jaguars push their lead to 3.
Texans 7.
Now Kamara on to send it away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Hits his running back. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second down, game to 2. And that's not what the offense signed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Now Jackson on third down. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face fourth and short.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
Fourth down, here's Jackson. It's complete. This is Nguka. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him a first on fourth down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
First and 10.
Play action. Here's Jackson. Oh, my. It's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Darian Porter. And the Jaguars get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. First call here coming from the shotgun. Throwing here, Howard. Escapes out to the left. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually, the only option left was to throw it away.
After the incompletion, they come up on second and 10. Throwing again here, Howard. Escapes the pocket. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Howard throwing on third down. They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Give him 32 on that play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
It's a gain of 32. First down, Jacksonville.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. Cuts right. Through the defense he goes. Room to burn. You mix it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game. Now Camarda on to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, first and 10. On the give, it's Newton. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They break the huddle. It's second down now. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. This one falls incomplete. Couldn't make the hook up with Matthew Golden. So now it's going to be third and long.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after him.
Finds him on the crossing route. And this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Lamar throwing again. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans make it a 1-score game before halftime. Reichert on for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Texans cut it to a field goal game.
17. Texans 14.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Okay, well that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. It gives it to Pacheco to start the drive. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
At the 38-yard line.
Out of the gun, Howard. That throw finds Kittle. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Howard. That's Cox again, it's Kittle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Working quickly here.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Texans.
Howard to throw.
46-yard line.
Short pass brought in. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's Howard, 1st and 10. He's got it near the 8. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent, when you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
From the red zone now. On the move, hit it right. Rose caught. Nothing doing there as he gets out of bounds back at the line.
That's one of the dangers, Kate, when you're a quarterback and you string a play out like that. Defenders are so fast flow. It puts so many guys in the neighborhood of your targets that even if you complete the pass, good chance it's not going anywhere.
Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Texans are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Intercepted. The Texans take over 1st and 10. At their own 49-yard line.
Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10.
Hey, officer, watch!
Lamar now from the gun. Lays out. What a catch! Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage is waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion's still pretty good for the defense.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Lamar. Forced out to his right. Cut down the field, Golden. And he gets him the first partner, but they are already acting like this one's not going to stand. Let's listen. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no. It's got to come back. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And we're all tied up, less than a minute into the third. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. Back to work after throwing the pick. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
He throws deep to the left side. That's grabbed inside the 30. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take the lead right away in half number 2. Nico Collins with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. You're good on the point after. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Camarda on to send it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Tootin with it. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. They'll throw 3rd and long. Into the hands of Gadsden. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Tootin gets it from the gun. On the move, past the 40. Running down the left side. And it won't be a touchdown, Brock, but it sure was close. He winds up out of bounds just about a yard shy of the goal line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Tootin finds the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans start the second half with some needed points. Reichert on for the point after. extra point is no good. So potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock, to see how and if this comes into play later in the second half.
Will Riker to kick off.
So after the missed extra point, he is still out there, and he's going to put it back in play. And he won't opt to bring this one out. He's content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35. Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Howard. And this one will get them into enemy territory. Getting stopped quickly. The catch moves him to the 48. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Jaguars have a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
On first down, Howard finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
Ready? Jaguars. First down.
Let's go now.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Howard now to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing again here, Howard. Right side, and that's secured by Kittle. They'll have a little, not a lot. Ball to about the 25. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches will really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Got him, man. That's Nakua. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Jaguars. First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on and on.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And they take this in for the score. The Jaguars grow the lead to 7. York now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars grow their lead to 8. Now Kamara on to send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Pistol snap to Jackson. Rushed out of the pocket. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
That's him on the quick hitter. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Quick slant into the hands of Golden. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. And this is going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, they had to try something there on fourth down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Jackson trying to get after the pick. Hits him on the end route. This is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
And the Texans, first down. 1st and 10.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Catch is made down the right sideline. This play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
10 at the 26-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best phrase, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Jackson yet again. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked up by Peyton Wilson. And the Jaguars take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. 1st and 10 from the 32. Out of the gun, Howard. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
The 2nd down run by Pacheco. Down to the 44-yard line as he nearly picks up the 1st.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Motioning the tight end now. 4th down, Howard. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
He can't escape. Jaguars all over it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down. Moving quickly, trying to get set. From the gun, Jackson. Still going inside the 35. And he takes it down to the 33. So we're through 3 here. It's the Texans who have it to start here, and they come in trailing on the scoreboard. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Lamar now from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. He's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
First down. First and 10.
In the red zone now. And oh, he got it! Interception! Emmanuel Forbes makes the play.
You knew before this drive started the field goal was not going to be good enough, but that meant the coverage also knew how to play it, how to concentrate, how to focus, and those defenders, well, they influenced that throw, and even more so, took it away.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco, and he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Operating from the gun, here's Howard. Hawkins isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
Howard now, 3rd and long. Nakua here, he's got it! And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19. Back now, pressure coming. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
2nd and 10 now. Howard. There he goes again! Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars have likely locked up the win right there. Nico Collins with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars grow the lead now to 22 points. Now Camarda on to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they're going to have 1st and goal. He's out of bounds just shy of that 5-yard line. It's a huge pickup on the play. And now they have a 1st and goal.
And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And a massive hit near the goal line to keep him out of the end zone.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
Lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Tu'u headed left. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
I think I could see that sideline considering a challenge down there. It was close, but I think he got barely enough to escape the end zone. Another run might not be so lucky.
Tootin again. And he's going to find the end zone this time. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans get it back to within 2 possessions. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to...
And they pick him off again. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. And he's up to the 7-yard line as he gets all down. Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And this is covered by the Jaguars. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that
full extension, and he brings it in! That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Working inside the red zone. And this is going to fall incomplete in the end zone. Not at all right there. Now they've got to regroup for second down.
It's now second down.
Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Kittle makes the catch. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown.
The Jaguars make it a 3-score game in the 4th.
Extra point.
George Kittle, the touchdown. York tacks on that extra point. And the Jaguars stretch the lead to 23. Now Camarda on to send it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. On first down, Jackson. It's Ibuka on the slant. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Catch made left side by Ibuka. Gets it to the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans make it the scoreboard look a touch better. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Don't look up the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. This is covered by the Jaguars. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. They kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week to find a way to flush this, because it's just not been their kind of game.
Give them a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
They're going to pass it here. Pass him on the quick hitter. Oh, he's denied the first, but not by much. This play gets down to the 42-yard line. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. Third and a lone yard coming up.
Let's go now. Warriors 17.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, tried forcing it to the slants. It's intercepted. Azeez Al-Shire has it.
Howard's pass. Intercepted. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Jackson. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. Again, he's got room. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans parlay the interception into points. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's down to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Texans 42.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And this is covered by the Jaguars. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Again, he connects with Collins. And he has the Jaguar first down, Brock. They can run out the clock on this way.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
We'll keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. That's incomplete left side. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. This gets the 1st and more. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars take a 3-possession lead.
Texans 42.
Now Camarda on to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. To the left, that's pulled in by Golden. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. We've set it down from 37. 1st down. Here's Lamar. Catch is made in close. And in he goes for the Houston touchdown. The Texans get it back to within 2 possessions. Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Texans cut the lead down to 10.
Jaguars 59. Texans 49.
That lead trimmed just a bit. Down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Throw left side to Watson. And you do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. A first down carry for Pacheco. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. For the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but